Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants, and of course, I'm your host, your YouTube Messiah, often imitated, never duplicated superstar Tim Vicious. And we are talking about Raw this week. Was in Memphis, Tennessee. Sorry, let me try my best Andy Kaufman on this. In Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, not my best Andy Kaufman impression, you know. More so do better when, but with other stuff on them. But either way, was in Memphis this week, leading up more and more, closer and closer to the Royal Rumble. First and foremost, the big things that did happen that were not matches. One was announced that Sheamus and Cesaro are going to get their tag title rematch against Seth and Jordan at the Rumble. You know, now, also Curt wound up doing a promo where he hinted at somebody who has not been in WWE for a while is going to be back. You know, some are speculating it might be Trish, some are speculating it might be this one or that one. Personally, I'm kind of hoping it's Lisa Varon, but but that's just me. And also, we witnessed Braun Strowman attempt homicide again on live television. You see, now Paul Heyman came out doing what Paul Heyman does, you know, being my Lord and Savior. He was promoting and building up to the Royal Rumble, emphasizing on how Brock Lesnar should only have to face one opponent for his Universal Heavyweight Championship. And he did such, and as Brock was leaving, then Kane, boom, attacked him from behind. Brawl led to the backstage, and then Braun took out both of them, threw Brock over an announce table, or not an announce table, or one of the producer tables into a cart, and then threw a cart on top of Kane. Then I don't know why WWE decided to put this in with the traveling programs, but for some odd reason, somebody thought it was a good idea to pack a grappling hook in with the production equipment. So, Braun used the grappling hook to grab part of the stage in the back and boom, pull down the stage on Brock and Kane. So yeah, big things. Big things. Now also should be noted, Miz did make his return, and as such, with his big triumphant return, first thing he did right off bat was call out Roman Reigns, say he's coming for his Intercontinental Championship, and it's now been declared for the 25th anniversary of Raw. It's going to be Roman versus Miz for the Intercontinental title. Also, now, that being said, let's get to the start of the show now, with Roman kicking it off, talking about on how, you know, he went to war last week with Samoa Joe. He came out and he's still standing as the champ and saying that win was for you, Dean. And then out comes Jason fucking Jordan. You know, now, while The Miz may no longer, and these are the exact words of my good friend and former host of the former podcast Sunday Segway, Kenny Killa, Miz was the ball bag. He was. Although I'm pretty sure now Kenny wouldn't mind if I was saying that the ball bag is now Jason Jordan is now the ball bag. You know, because honestly, it's just, they're throwing at whatever they can at him. This kid's just not clicking, man. And I feel bad. But either way, Jordan's out there. He's trying to rhyme with Roman, talking about on how, you know, they're all, you know, they're champs. They're the, you know, they're one good clique, and then Seth comes out having to school him like, kid, you just don't get it. This isn't how it works. This isn't on how you work with it, man. And then out come the Good Brothers, out come the Good Brothers, the club, Gallows, Anderson, Balor. Oh, happy days. The happy trio is back again, ski. They come out, and Finn, right off bat, man. Jason, you talk about on how you got championships. Well, we've been together and winning championships longer than you've known that Kurt Angle was your daddy. Basically. And they just went into them hard. And Jordan, oh my god, this kid really is like that annoying kid that's part of your group. And we all know this one person, the annoying one in the group that winds up writing checks that their ass can't cash. And he's doing a phenomenal job with that. It's just, I honest to God can never stand those people. And he was doing that. Then out comes Curt saying, we're going to make this the main event. We're going to have the Balor Club versus Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Jason Jordan for the main event. And basically left it at that. Now, that being said, on to the first match of the night. Sasha Banks and Bayley going up against Mandy Rose and Sonya DeVille. Now, really would like to set, now, little things emphasize always, blah, blah, get my damn words right. Always say you emphasize on the little things because they help accentuate the big things. Little things noticed, Mandy Rose wearing a crop top shirt, black gear. It's a different look than what she normally has. She normally has that gold, sparkly, kind of glitz and glamour look. Now she looks like that stereotypical chick you see wearing like leather jeans and trying to give a roadie a hand job to go and see the Motley Crue tribute band. Sonya Deville didn't have the MMA fighting gloves on. She just had her hands taped up. But yeah, that was it. Like I said, it's the little things. Either way, had a nice start, Mandy going into Bayley. It was nice seeing that. And I've said this before. Mandy Rose, pretty much Eva Marie with talent. And I'm not saying that in a bad way because, it's called duck and a spade a spade. Mandy Rose, she's a good-looking gal, just like Eva was, except she has talent. And that's the difference between her and Eva Marie. Now it was good, nice little bit seeing her trashing on Bayley, taking it to her. Bayley, she started to wind up building a little bit of a comeback, and and wound up getting Sasha in. Sasha and Sonya Deville started working it. And Sonya Deville, oh my god! My god, man! She was freaking throwing fists out wicked fast on that. She was slugging it to her. Yep. Sasha, she was pretty much the team punching bag for the match. But excuse me. No hot tags were made during this match. How it came to an end, Bayley wound up brawling with Sonya outside the ring, just as Mandy wound up seeing that and was, had her back turned. Next Sasha capitalized, backstabber into the bank statement, got the tap out, that was it. Now, yeah. Next up, we got Woken Matt Hardy. Oh, crap. Oh, sorry. These things get a mind of their own once they start wiggling like crazy. Matt Hardy versus Curt Hawkins. I would say this was a piss break, but honestly, I've been waiting way too long to see Matt come out with the whole into the ring with this gimmick. So no, it wasn't a piss break, but it was a squash match, and it was what it was. Matt frickin' destroyed Curt Hawkins. He pulled out all of this moves from all of his broken move set, you know, right from TNA. The biting the hand, the smashing the head on each and every turnbuckle, non-stop. Now, the Woken music, definitely a lot harder and faster than the Broken, but hey, it's a nice tune, you know. Hopefully, you know, if Matt keeps this gimmick up until WrestleMania, we'll have Rebby Sky playing the piano to Matt coming down to the ring with something. But either way, Matt got the win, obviously, and after that, Bray got in the ring and they just kind of had a stare, or not even a stare down, it was more so a, yeah, ha 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 ha, yeah, ha 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 ha, kind of laugh down at each other like that. Okay, that's enough out of, no, you had your 15 minutes of fame, now get down, down. Good help's hard to find. Anyways, next matchup, Cruiserweight match, Enzo versus Cedric, and yeah, I kind of tuned out when Enzo was talking because anytime he starts to, the whole ears bleed and, you know, yeah, I can't hear. So, anyways, as far as the match goes, Cedric started out real good and strong right before the break. After that, Enzo, he was pretty much leading it mid-match. Enzo did get busted open at one point where Cedric, he did a handstand leap into an enziguri kick. Wham! Caught him right in the head, busted him open. You know, and I always say this before, I've said this a million times before. Red does equal green. You know, perfectly okay with blood in a match. However, I am not a fan of blading. You know, I'm not a fan of blading. One bit. If a person gets busted open in a match on their own, perfect. You know, okay. But I'm not a fan of it happening, you know, like, okay, yeah, just headbutt me and then, you know, I'll gink and slice myself. No, not a fan of that. But, yeah, what I was getting at, as far as with blood in the match, you know, a lot of times more so than not, you know, they'll pause the match so that way they can clean it. Why not? Why not? What's the harm in that? Just because they never did it in the 70s, 80s, or 90s? God forbid, now you should stop a match to clean the blood so that way the person can actually see what they're doing. But, yeah. Anyways. Enzo got busted open. Cedric was taking it to him good and hard. Wound up doing a tope over the top rope. Caught him. And they played it. I couldn't really tell off of the replay. But they said way Enzo landed after he got knocked down from that. He jacked up his ankle. And Enzo lost via countout. Cedric won. But Enzo's still champion. So more than likely, they're going to set this up for a rematch at the Royal Rumble with them two. So, yeah, that's that. Next matchup, we got tag match. Sheamus and Cesaro going up against Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews. And gotta say, Titus and Apollo, they started out really good. And, you know, I've said this before with Titus. I freaking love Titus O'Neil, his work in the ring. I can see this guy as a main eventer. He can be a main eventer if you put him in there. You know, you don't need just make him get a hard grind kind of gimmick. I don't know if that's the right kind of word to say, but, you know, something a little more aggressive for a gimmick, you know. Something like what he was pushing when he was doing that stuff with Neville and NXT. Something like that. And oh my God. You know, because he's got a killer figure. He can work in the ring. He can work the mic. Not only that, everyone knows how much freaking charity work Titus O'Neil does. That's a four-way hit. That's a four-hit combo right there. Because, you know, you could just say, you know, we'll just say, picture for example, Titus O'Neil, world champ, next thing you know, be like, Vince, well goddamn pal, we got our world champ. We got our world champ right here buying lunch for at least 50 homeless people. We can capitalize on that. You know? But yeah. Anyways, back to the match. Nice, good match, you know. It was what it was. I mean, it wasn't a, well, wouldn't say good match, but it wasn't a bad match either. But, you know, Sheamus, he wound up grounding Apollo down real quick. It was nice to see him on that. You know, Titus got the hot tag in, started working all really good, and then out of nowhere, when Apollo and Cesaro were fighting outside, Titus quick roll up on Sheamus 1, 2, 3. They got the win. So yes, let it be marked on the calendars. In the Lord's year of 2018, Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews won a match. Nobody sees four guys riding horses up in the air, do they? No? No? Okay. If you're wondering what those jingles are, that's my keys. Just so y'all know. Anyways. After that, that's when we saw Braun do his destruction bit, and then we go from Braun attempting manslaughter on live television to Samoa Joe versus Rhyno, and so we go from seeing Braun Strowman attempt manslaughter to seeing Samoa Joe kill a Rhyno. Yeah, that pretty much happened. Samoa Joe pretty much destroyed Rhyno, got him in the Coquita clutch. That was it. Yeah. Next up, main event of the night. Balor Club, Finn Balor, the Good Brothers, Luke Gallows, Karl Anderson. I did not receive a cease and desist order, so, you know, I'm technically still allowed to do this, you know. Going up against Roman Reigns, Jason Jordan, and Seth Rollins. Yeah. Now, this had a nice little bit of back and forth in the start. You know, Balor started to get a little bit of a control after the break. But it was really, there was more so a lot of good bit of back and forth action in it for a bit. And one thing I did like on it more than anything was how Jordan never was tagged in. You know, he kept riding on Roman and Seth's coattails like, yeah, we're winning, guys. Yeah, come on, we got this. We're doing it. Kid, shut your ass up and sit down until you throw a punch. Yes, sir. I swear that's pretty much on what it felt like. But yeah. You know, nice little bit back and forth going on with it there, you know. And Seth, he got the hot tag, started working good, getting everyone. And at one point, Christ, I'm trying to think on how to word it, but basically Jason Jordan royally foobarred for them. Because just as Seth was about to go and tag in Roman, Jordan climbed into the ring to go and try and run interference for Balor on his end, and it blocked the ref from seeing it. And then when Roman tried to come in, the ref was behind the facing Roman, and then he couldn't see all three members of the club going and beating up Jordan and Seth, and they proceeded to hit Seth with the Magic Killer. Did not get the win off of that though. But after that, Roman, he got outside, speared Gallows. Anderson wound up hitting Seth with a freaking vicious stiff old spine buster. Blah. Get my damn words right. Eventually. Yep. And Seth starting to get started to try and get a bit of a comeback. Jordan came in again, was in front, was facing Seth. Seth threw Jordan out of the way. Just as Finn was running, boom, hit him with a shotgun drop kick, then caught him with the coup de grace. 1, 2, 3. That was it. So, the club wins, they retain, and they move forward. Eventually, you know, we're going to wind up seeing them getting titles. So, yeah. You know, as far as what ones, honestly, I can see Finn chasing after the Intercontinental or the Universal at either point. You know? And not only that, just roll with me on this here. This speculating on this. Since Finn is technically 190 something, he does technically qualify for the cruiserweights, but if he wins the Intercontinental, he would be that athlete that he could be that athlete that's the conduit, the bridge between the heavyweights and the cruiserweights, because he's able to go back and forth winning the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, as it so says on the title. Now, speaking of the Intercontinental title, after the match, when Jordan's looking over like, oh man, guys, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Next, you know, boom! Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel and The Miz proceed to beat everyone up, and Miz takes it to Roman, freaking sick, beating the shit out of him, and then wham, hit him with a skull-crushing finale. And just as he's about to leave, you hear the fans chant, "Just one more! Just one more! Just one more!" And Miz is like, alright, yeah, I'm gonna hop back in. Hops back in, goes, next you know, he looks at Dallas and Axel, let's set him up. And then, boom, hits him with the triple powerbomb, Shades of the Shield, and then it just, camera pans in on Miz's face. End of sequence, fade to black. That is it for the show. So, yeah, that is it for the show. So, that is it for Raw this week, folks. So please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes. Make sure y'all look for me on my Twitter at TimVicious. Also do got another account, Tim_Vicious. Also on that Facebook gimmick, Tim Ash. Make sure you also look down below for info on the Dad Show. It's a lifestyle podcast, storytelling podcast, whatever kind of podcast you want to make it. New episodes are coming soon, not when. It's a matter of if, not when. Also, do not forget to follow all of these cool-ass cats right here on the Twitter. Axel Mulligan, make sure you go check out Axel's newest project, Wrestling Review, where they talk about British and European wrestling. Kenny Killer, my two co-hosts for the Dad Show. I am Danny Sunday, and my executive producer for this show, Oliver Ben. Make sure y'all check out his music he did provide for this week's show. It's out there on iTunes, Spotify, and such. Details are down below. Also, make sure y'all hit Ollie up for one of these shirts right here. Show the man some love and support. Cranky Asshole, Aaron_Deborah, and Dazzy MWP. Now, folks, like I always tell y'all, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck yes.